And you can hear it directly from her. So this is when she was live yesterday. So I'm going to play this clip. Let me get into my gallery. You can just hear it directly from her. So originally, it was calculated around $20,000 that she took on the back end and scammed people out of money. Let me play this clip for you.
Are you jealous? Jealous much? Jealous much?
Hold on. Here we go.
Maybe y'all should have done a little better digging. It's a little bit more than 20K. I think it's probably around 60,000. Are you jealous? Jealous much?
Let me run it back one more time.
Maybe y'all should have done a little better digging. It's a little bit more than 20K. I think it's probably around 60,000. Are you jealous? Jealous much?
You heard it for yourself. Around $60,000. Around $60,000. Can you believe the audacity to be bragging about taking nearly $60,000 from people on TikTok? Out of all the things, like I said, it was calculated right around 20, a little bit more than that, but $60,000 on the back end of taking people's money. And if you're asking who, the name is on the screen. That's the name of the TikTok account. She says she's coming back full time to TikTok. Do you know what that means? If she's coming back full time to TikTok, yeah, SP's road to the, I can't say the last part of your user account name. You believe it's closer to 100,000? She's calculated it at around 60. How do you think you're going to come back full time to TikTok after you just admitted on a TikTok live stream that you've taken nearly about $60,000? About $60,000 from people on TikTok. And in case you missed it, I'll run it back one more time.
Maybe y'all should have done a little better digging. It's a little bit more than 20K. I think it's probably around 60,000. Are you jealous? Jealous much?
Here's my thing. Jealous of what? Jealous of somebody scamming people out of about $60,000? Who is going to be jealous of somebody that laughs about taking nearly $60,000 from people? That is wild behavior. I don't know why she thinks she's going to make a full-time comeback to TikTok to scam more people out of money, but that is wild behavior. And I'm gonna bring KK into in a box. Let me see. Well,
I'm not jealous of her whatsoever. What I'm upset is all the people that she has scammed and supposedly her friends and everything, and her just sitting there and laughing about it. And you know, she's hurt a lot of people on this app. And if I can get my way with it, she's not going to get away with it, and she's not going to be doing it no more. Not whatsoever.
And Tammy is one of the ones that she scammed for quite a bit of money.
Yes. And she scammed a lot of other people too. And it's not just a little bit of money. It's quite a bit of money. And I don't know. I heard that this morning, and I was just like, she acts like she's entitled to it. I mean, That's my opinion. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it.
Well, I knew that eventually she would make a comeback to TikTok because, money runs out. Scamming money runs out, based on lifestyle and stuff of that behavior. I knew eventually she would come back, but I didn't know that she was going to have the audacity to sit there and admit to about $60,000. That kind of left me like, what in the world? Why? I don't know. I'm kind of speechless at admitting to $60,000 on social media.
Like it was nothing. Like it meant like just laughing about it, thinking that that's not some, like even 20,000 was a very large number. And, she could say 60,000, she could be, overestimating, she could be underestimating. She's just, the fact that she was making fun of it, I think that's the part that really aggravated me the most. Yeah, exactly. SP's Road, taunting people.
Making a mockery of the people that she scammed.
And some of these people are older people that worked hard and on a certain amount of income, and that's not right. You don't take people's money and everything, and you don't sit there and okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm just so about this. I'm gonna drop down. I just wanted to say a little something, but you all, please don't give nobody no money on this app. I've learned my lesson the hard way. I thought I was helping a friend. I thought I could help somebody to do better with their life, and I didn't. I'm so sorry. She took advantage of me. She did, and she took advantage of me. She did, and she took advantage of a lot of other people. And I do not want this to happen to you all. And I have a big heart. I would do anything. I would give my last dollar to somebody to help somebody. And I won't do it no more. I won't, not on this app. So do not go to school or help somebody in your community and everything, but do not do it on this app because people take advantage of you like SP did. And she's Cherry Blossom 007, and she has other screen names. And yes, I did say this loud and clear, SP, and I'm not afraid of you. But you better not be going and do not do it on this app because people take advantage of you like SP did. And she's Cherry Blossom 007, and she has other screen names. And yes, I did say this loud and clear, SP, and I'm not afraid of you. But you better not be going and getting money from other people on here. Because if I find out, I'm not scared of you. I'm not afraid of you. Not whatsoever. And I'm saying this loud and clear. Do you hear me? Loud and clear.
I'm sorry it happened to you, Mrs. Tammy, and I'm sorry that a lot of people did get taken advantage and scammed out of money. And, this is why we do what we do by bringing awareness, to these type of situations, because the simple fact, I know that, and, I know that she came back so she could get on the back end again and take more money from other people. And let me say this as well. There are people out there that don't like what we do. There are people out there that will say, mind your business. Why are you getting into other people's business? You know what? If we could save a few people from getting scammed out of money, they target a lot of the elderly community. They target people that seem to think that they're lonely, that they target lonely people. And there's people that get on social media like TikTok and other social media platforms, and um, they kind of convince people that they want to be their friend, and unfortunately a lot of people fall victim to these type of situations. And um, these people don't want to be your friend. They want to be able to message you on the back end, off of TikTok. They'll get your phone number. They'll find a way to contact you, whether email, text messages, through phone calls. And then they'll give you this poor me pitter patter story about how they need this, they need that. We live in a society where yes, a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck and stuff of that nature. But these people will feed you stories and give you this poor me, and I don't have money for this, I don't have money for that. And they'll find a way to get money out of you. And once they get a few dollars out of you, it will be non-stop. Go ahead, KK.
I was just going to say, so I have actual proof of her doing that. She would send people messages behind the scenes, and very specifically in September of last year, I have several messages that are pretty much copy and paste to different people saying the same thing, like, hey, I have my doctor's appointment, I'm just really short after this, and I'll go to the pawn shop, I'll pay you back, and, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, she took money from single moms with cancer, knowing they had cancer. She asked for money from somebody who had a very, very intense ocular surgery. Exact thing. Her just messaging people saying, hey, I have my doctor, I need this, I'm running short, I'm trying to do this. And just people would send the money, and she already got the money, but instead of saying, oh, hey, money, it's okay, and sending it back, she just kept it. Or the first message that she sent that she got the money for, she didn't tell that other person, oh wait, never mind, thank you for reading this, but I don't need it anymore, I just got it.
KK, you make a very valid point. We see this happen a lot, when you see people scamming people for money on social media, especially TikTok. They'll set they'll put a set amount, right? Like they'll be like, oh, I need 150 or I need $100. That's what they do. And then before you know it, even after they get what they need, they continue to collect money. They'll continue to collect as much as possible, and then they'll take it as much as they can, and after they already got what they needed.
Yep. And that's what she did. And a lot of us, we had no idea, because I personally, I sent her money. I did. I sent her money I had sent her some money, like, oh, because she makes you feel welcomed in her room. She was supposed to be talking about recovery, and then scammers, addiction, and honestly, her room, like, it felt very, very inviting, and it just, like, I would just send her money, like, oh, just because I love you, like, $10 here, $15 there, but it was a false sense of security, because that's how you got sucked in. It was the atmosphere, the people. Yes, Jennifer, very manipulative. And once I found out about everything that was going on behind the scenes, all the different messages that she was not only sending to other people, but the fact that she just came on live and was just asking for money, just straight up, hey, I need a doctor's appointment, money for doctor's appointment. And when she did that, once again, people just was sending her money behind the scenes. They didn't even have to ask for her, her cash apps or whatever. They already had it, because they had sent it to her before.
And on top of the money, on top of her, and for the ones that missed it, I could replay that clip right away. And about how much was calculated on your end, KK?
So so everything that I've seen and been told about, because some of the receipts I don't have physically in my hands because somebody else was also collecting receipts on a different platform. So I have not personally seen those receipts, but from everything that I've seen and heard of and people messaged me about, plus if you want to, all the gifts that she got in the last 6 months on TikTok, I mean, we're looking upwards of like almost 30,000.
Okay, so it went up.
It was at like 20. Well, with the gifts, it was, and we kind of averaged out the gifts. It's kind of hard because we can't go that far back on TickLeap, but it was like 28 and some change. And that's everything that I have seen, I have heard, and then the gifts. So if you don't want to get gifts, I would probably say about 22 to 23,000.
All right. Okay, so about 23,000, scamming people out of money on the back end. But I'll play that clip that I was able to get from you, KK. I got to give credit where credit's due. This clip I got from your account, if that's okay. And I got to give credit for the picture to SP's road to I never say the end of the account name. But let me play this clip.
Maybe y'all should have done a little better digging. It's a little bit more than 20K. I think it's probably around 60,000. Are you jealous? Jealous much?
That was SP yesterday. What live stream did you say, KK, that was?
I think that was on her Cherry Blossom special, and I think that was the second live stream she had because she had 3. Her first one was on her private. She was private on Beautiful Broken Warrior. I do have some of that. Her internet was very bad yesterday, so it was going in and out. And then she had 2 separate lives on Cherry Blossom special. She like restarted. But yeah, that was yesterday. That was yesterday. And then one of the she said that she's been busy making songs. She was playing some AI music, talking about the children yet again. So I'm glad I got that recorded because she's not supposed to be doing that. Not supposed to be doing that.
So,
and she was just BSing around.
So she's back to her normal talking about people's children once again. When she knows that she's not supposed to be. This is crazy because when she did get off of TikTok, she went over to YouTube and she continued her little escapades over on YouTube, knowing that, children have always been off limits. You don't sit there and talk about anybody's children. And at that, putting their names out there and stuff of that, she got off of TikTok, went to YouTube and was doing the same thing on YouTube.
And she's been doing this cycle, I guess, for a long time. She did the same cycle whenever I had first found her. She had stopped going on YouTube and went to TikTok, and then it keeps going over and over again. But just to specify, the child that she was talking about is a child that they have like a protective order against her, a restraining order, because of all the things that she was saying. So that especially is like a big no-no. And even though I didn't say names, you knew what she was talking about. So she's still on the same stuff that she knows she's not supposed to be doing. Leave the kids out of it. Yes, if you see something, say something, but let the authorities handle it. Don't keep coming online and talking about it, especially when it's proved wrong.
And she knows
they're gonna find her, and she's going to go to jail.
Well, she knows that she's not even supposed to be talking, about little ones, people's children, and I don't know why she thinks she's untouchable and all this craziness as far as the authorities not catching up with her because. We've talked about this many times. Children have always been off limits. You don't sit here and you don't talk about people's children. You don't, none of that. What you do is you bring truth and facts to what's going on in the scamming and doing, stuff of that nature, but you don't sit there and, well, she continues to do, and she went over to YouTube and did it, and now she's back on TikTok doing it again, and she thinks that that nothing's going to happen, but, eventually it will catch up, and, in my opinion, I believe she came back to TikTok to scam more people out of money. If she admitted to about 60,000 that she scammed out of people, our fear is how much more money is she going to scam out of new victims that she befriends and makes people think that she's a friend to them, and in all reality, it's all about taking money from them.
And that's why I'm glad, that's why I'm glad you, for one, you're doing this live stream. And I've seen so many people posting clips, reposting, commenting, boosting things. This is what we need to do 100% to make sure people are aware. I don't personally suggest messaging people. That's not what I do, but tagging them in these videos or sharing those videos directly to them is a great way for them to, see it for themselves. The words right out of her mouth, the clips and other videos put together. That's like the perfect way to share that with them, and just talking about it. Just talk about it as much as possible.
Yeah, and see, I'm like kind of speechless with this, because I knew that she would come back, but I didn't think that she would come back, thinking that everything was fun and games, thinking that she actually took. We didn't know exactly how much was took, right? But I just didn't. I didn't think it was going to be that much. I mean, she could find herself in a situation similar to another TikToker. And KK, correct me if I'm wrong. What allegedly, supposedly, she was supposed to be an advocate for DV victims, right?
Are you talking about SP or the other person?
No. SP. She was allegedly, talked about DV situations and stuff of that nature.
Correct. Allegedly, she was supposed to help DV victims. She would ask Nancy, one of the people, she would ask her if she could, hey, this person needs this person needs help with their phone bill. She claimed that her money that she got, she would pay. Dang, no matter where I go, it's loud. She claimed that the money she got from TikTok, she would help DV victims. This person needs help with their phone bill. She claimed that her money that she got, she would pay. Dang, no matter where I go, it's loud. She claimed that the money she got from TikTok, she would help DV victims pay a phone bill, or she would ask her friend Nancy, and I've seen receipts of this. She would say, hey, a DV victim needs help with this. Can you help with this? And she would have her send it under like dinner for you and your hubby, things like that. And it turns out that, I would assume that none of this is true, especially the money that she got from Nancy, which was thousands of dollars. Nancy even bought her a new phone. KDB are paying for their electricity, just bills, she made it seem like the gifts we were giving her, she was putting towards somebody else in need. And I think that's why a lot of people had no issue with gifting her, is because we thought she was helping other people for it.
Yeah. And I seen that It's Just Suba said that they were a moderator for her. I don't know how far back that was when It's Just Suba was a moderator for SP, or if they want to chime in on what they seen during their time as being a moderator for SP, because if they want to chime in, they could request a box, I don't mind opening up the box and kind of give us an insight on. Okay, no problem. Just
Yes, Diva, thank you. Okay, so there's something that's called, people keep using it, the camper crew. That there is like no more camper crew to my knowledge. There's none of them left. I mean, of course, there's a few of them, probably a handful, maybe 10 to 15 left that still support her. I seen some people in there yesterday gifting her, but there's like, I am not a part of camper crew. I know you're not a part of camper crew. The majority of people who used to be with her have no longer want anything to do with her. We are not camper crew. Just
no.
putting that out there.
And that's one thing. People try to associate the Mexican homie as being, excuse me, as being part of the camper crew. I was never part of camper crew or whatever they want to call it. I was never, just because we associated at one point and we used to have her in a box. And yes, I said it before, a long time ago before we cut ties with her that, we stood 10 toes down with her because at that time, we were blinded by everything. And when she kept going on and on about, little ones and children, I was like, yeah, this is unacceptable behavior. And there was a lot of other things that were happening. And I was all like, you know what? This is wild. So we cut all ties with her, and she got unmodded, and this is I got recordings way back when we finally cut ties with her. And so for people to say that we are a camper crew or this and that, no, that is never the case. Never part of the camper crew. You can't associate the Mexican homie as part of being any type of crew or whatever they want to call it. That's just not, it's just misinformation that they want to put out there. But hey, that's why we're clearing things up, and that's why we're bringing awareness to this situation, because it's no laughing matter. There is no laughing matter as far as 60,000. Charlotte, did you request a box? I want to make sure that you requested a box. Or if it was an accident, just let me know in the comments. Because I seen a request come in from you. It might have been by accident. Oh, okay. Charlotte doesn't want a box. Go ahead, KK.
And I think there's quite a few people in here, and I know quite a few of these people in here were scammed by her in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Hi, Rudolph. And I'm just curious, if you were scammed by her in any shape, way, form, or fashion, whether it be her manipulating you to be your friend, if you gave money, things like that, will you put a 1 in the chat? I'm just curious.
Hey, Charlotte.
Hey, homie. Hey, KK. And hey, chat. I just wanted to make this really clear because it's driving me nuts.
Go ahead.
The original camper crew was a good thing. We actually picked someone that was live, and we'd go into their room and we would shower them with love and gifts and pump up their room. That's what the camper crew was. There have been people out here on this net that has put out a bad name on the camper crew as if they were trolls. That is not the case. And I want to make that very, very clear. I was part of the camper crew, was proud of it because we did good things. The camper crew did not troll. They did not say bad things about other people. We showered people with gifts and love. That's what the original camper crew was. There is no more camper crew because everybody left SP. Period. And that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to clear that shit up because it's making me really, really angry. And we all know who put out the bad word on the camper crew. It's bullshit.
And Miss Charlotte, me personally, I've never had anything negative to say, about the camper crew at all because, I have nothing negative to say. But there was a lot of talk and things going on. And I'm not mentioning no names. I'm just saying, they put a picture out there of what the camper crew was, but I was never around when the camper crew was started. Or
No, you were always doing your own lives. You were never part of the camper crew. The camper crew was just the people that came in and supported her lives. And at the end of her life, she would say, okay, we're going to go over. And let me tell you how this started. I watched at Thanksgiving, I was by myself, and I watched Outlaw, a guy named Outlaw and his crew. And I watched them go in and shower a person in their life. They had like 8 people in their life. And they did like 50,000 in coins, just showered the shit out of this person. There was so much love. And I talked about it for 3 weeks. I couldn't stop talking about it because I was just in shock and awe of it all. And I talked about it every night in Scott's live. And one day I go into SP's live and she says, I think we're going to go and we're going to start showering people with gifts. We're going to be love bombing. And we're going to go in there and we're just going to shower them with gifts. And that's how SP started it. And that's where it came from. And no, you were never a part of that because you were always live when we did that. We came into your live to see who you were covering after we went and did the love bombing on someone that was holding alive to support them, to help build their community up. That's what it was about. It was about love, showering gifts, showing support. It was not a negative thing ever. Someone has put a spin on that, no names, but that's where it came from.